Ooga booga. I am here. I exist. Watch me. Howdy. How is everybody? Let us run on along. Ooh, hey Pyro. Hey Christy Rice. Hey Goljan. Hey Space Nerd. Hey Herm. Hey, oh, it's Herm. Oh my god. Oh my god, are you the real hermetic lock? Or are you just a hermetic cock? No, but anyway. Oh, so how has everyone been today? So, about 3 hours ago, thereabout, we concluded another episode of No Life. We made a made-up episode, or make-up episode for the previous week where we were unable to due to technical difficulties. So we no-lifed again. Yay! I don't know when the episodes are going live, so I can't say. Oh, who did what now? Oh, Space Nerd! Thank you, man. Thank you for the donation. You've just been so amazingly generous this whole holiday period. Like, I don't know what to think, man. It warms my heart that there are people out there like you who actually care. You know what I mean? Oh, beautiful. Long time no see, Fact Store. Where you been? I've been around. Oh, Goldjohn. When I died earlier, was I able to recover? Yes. I won't spoil, just because the episode will come out and it will all make sense. But yeah, everything was okay. Don't worry. I don't want to like say everything because again, I don't want to spoil the episode. But you know, it will all make sense when you see it. Whoo boy, what an episode that one was! Oh man. Let's just say that some things occur that I don't think anyone could have anticipated. I'm sorry you couldn't make it, Herm. Like, I don't want to rub it in your face that you were, Hermetic was not able to participate this week just due to, I think, internet things. But, yeah, it was good. It wasn't that bad. It worked out. I did die once, but only once. So don't worry. I came close to dying a second time, though. It was bad. It was touch and go at points, but I'm alright. Life isn't all that bad, sometimes. But I do want to say... should I? Should I say? Would I? That might not be a wise idea. You'll just have to watch the episode. I can't say anything. Never mind. You'll see. Don't worry about it. Oh, hey, Sirach. Dude, Herm, it was insane. Yeah, I know. So, it was, it had twists. It had turns. It had ups. It had downs. It was something. Sounds a little chaotic. Oh, it was. It was. I bounced back a lot better than I expected to, in all honesty. And it was partly due to spoilers. Or, not spoilers. It was partly due to Sirach's generosity that things ended up being okay. No, I don't want to say it. I want to let it all go through, you know. It had Duper Trooper. Had Duper Trooper, yeah. Yeah, you'll find out. I'll tell you everything when we get to that part. You'll just have to watch the episode. Don't worry. You'll find out. Just trust me. But anyway, oh, thank you again, Space Nerd. I just suddenly saw that sticker. I thought that was the donation from earlier. What is it with people and stickers? I don't get this. What is the appeal? But thank you anyway. Even if I don't fully get it. 39. Oh no, 48. There we go. But yeah, Duper Trooper really did some trolling. Yeah, he got out of hand a little bit. He had to be... Well, I don't know. Again, I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to say what happened precisely, but shit got crazy. say the least. Shit got crazy. I'm just very happy that it worked out. And then we also got a, not really a taste, but like somewhat advanced word on what next week will be like. Or no, not next week. Sorry, it's the week after, because next week is, or this Saturday rather, is New Year's. And so we're not doing another one because of New Year's. So we will be resuming the week after. So it will be 2 weeks from now. I don't know. It's really messed up due to the holidays. That just kind of threw a crimp in everybody's plans, but it works out. Don't worry. Don't y'all worry. It all ends up working out. There we go. But yeah. So, let's see here. Like stickers because you never know what to write. Uh-huh. Oh, hey, Fatal. Hello, and Andrea Gregulio? Hope I said your name right. But yeah, it was a blast. It really was. And I don't mean that in like a pun sort of way. Like, it was genuinely good fun. I can't wait for us to do whatever we end up doing next week. Or the week after, or whenever the fuck it is. I can't even keep track of it myself. Good grief. But it all works. Don't worry. So anyway, in other news... Oh, hey, Exotic Bunny. Gotta go, you're doing some art for Herm. Okay, well, you take care, Space Nerd. Thank you so much again, man. Let me find where I was last time. Okay. What was the first man trying to milk a cow trying to do? He was trying to get milk, I assume. Like, what makes you think that milking a cow is weird? Like, anyone with half a brain can look at a cow or a calf trying to drink milk from its mother and other animals that do that, and can easily piece together, oh yeah, that's what that is. Like, all mammals drink milk, so it's not too shocking to think that, you know, one can piece the two together. Oh, I can get milk from this, you know, this creature's udder in this case. The first man who milked a cow was a genius, probably. Or very desperate, one of the two. I mean, milk is mostly water anyway, by weight, or by volume, or whatever. So, like, realistically, you could subsist off of milk, and obviously you need some other solid food too, but, you know, you could do worse, honestly. Oh. Smooth stuff, that was what I was going after. So yeah, it's definitely interesting. You only collected rocks and business cards. Cards are entertaining to collect. Some businesses don't even exist anymore. Oh yeah, I know. What brought up the idea of business cards? But yeah, nostalgic stuff like that, I understand. Let me just replace all of this with smooth quartz. I think that'd be quicker. I'm a little lazy like that. Place quartz pillars with smooth quartz. There we go. So yeah. Anyway, what's another really good opinion on Puff constantly asking questions? Oh shit! I said a name. I don't care about people asking questions of me. It works. It gives me a decent range of topics to talk about. Like, sometimes I just cannot for the life of me come up with my own shit. So I'm very happy that people ask questions. What's my dream car? Honestly, the car I've got right now I'm happy with. I don't really consider any other cars. I don't want another car. I'm perfectly happy with what I got. Oh, shit. I fell. But yeah, it's a pretty good car. I've got a 2015 Toyota Camry. It's served me quite well for the last... What's it been now? 2018 was when I bought it, so... It's going on 4 years? Yeah, it's going on 4 years now. It's been a pretty good car. Like, I'm actually quite happy I got it, even though my old car was a Honda Accord from like 1994. It was like busted as all fuck. I still have so much nostalgia for that car. And it was so sad the day it finally died. And like we just didn't want to put more money into it. But that's how they all are. They all stop working eventually. But you learn to make peace with the cars in your life going bye-bye. That is the way of the world. There we go. Whoops. There we are. I don't seem like a Camry person. It was cheap. That was it. I got it for $15,000. It was a great deal for the time, and it worked out, and it's a good car. I won't deny that it's actually a good car. If it was a shitty car, I would tell you. But it's a good car. I enjoy it. It's fuel efficient. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to say to describe it. I'm just happy I have a good car that doesn't suck. Yeah, okay, maybe, you know, say what you will about it, like your personal opinions and preferences on this or that. At the end of the day, I've got a functioning vehicle that I'm fairly close to finishing paying off. And I expect to run that thing into the fucking ground. I'll easily be driving that thing in like 10 more years. It's really a shame too, because my old car, my Honda, before it died, it was already... Oh gosh, it was it would have been 20 years old. No, it was a 93 Honda, that's right. Yeah, it would have been 20 years old. Really soon. Or no, would that be 30? Shit, it was a 94. Or yeah, 2024 would... Okay, yeah, it would have been... It was a 93, I want to say. Something like that. It was coming up on its 20 years. Really soon. And it died at like 16 to 15 years on me. Or something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers. Just that it was... Yeah, it gets me from point A to point B. You're exactly right. Where to upgrade my building skills? I've played this game for 12 years. Russian person whose name I cannot read. When you play a game for a long time and you love it, you get good at it. I've played longer than pretty much anybody else that I know of. If that gives you any sort of indicator. Whoops. Minecraft, see, that's a thing a lot of people are not familiar with. Minecraft was always a building game, initially. It always had this element of creativity to it. And a lot of people are just like, they're either not inherently creative or the whatever condition Minecraft offers them, whatever the initial thing, the initial premise of Minecraft, it wears thin on them. But honestly, like, point me to a better sandbox game that gives you so much detail and variety than Minecraft. Like, the only options I can think of are Roblox and Gmod, and both of those have shortcomings for one reason or another that I really just don't like. And admittedly, that's because personal preference. If it was Gmod, Gmod's been around for ages. Gmod is coming up on 20 years. I can't believe that. So, like, you really would have a tough time showing me a game that really beats that out in terms of, like, how interesting and how dynamic it can be and all that. Like, you really only have Gmod and maybe Roblox, just because Roblox has also been around a while. Though not as long, but still decent. So, like, again, point me to a game that is more diverse and more interesting than Minecraft. You've really only got two options. Unless you're going to say something like, oh, well, what about The Sims or SimCity or anything like that? And to that I say, those games are, like, awful. Oh, shit. I mean, they're not bad games. They're well made. Just that they're not the type of game for me. My mother, oh my god, my mother plays The Sims like crazy. I don't know what it is. Women seem to love The Sims for some reason. And I get why, but, like, just... if I ever start playing The Sims on this channel, guys, kill me. Just put a bullet in my head. Lodge one right between my eyes. I give you permission. Because, like, I don't want to be a sim tuber or whatever. Shit. It's a little too blocky. Trying to go for a sort of like fins or something, but with smooth quartz so that it looks seamless. Continue upon your nostalgia trip from a couple streams. You started binge watching all of popular MMOs. Oh wow, man, popular MMOs. That's a name. It's hard to believe that so many people from back in those days, you know, popular MMOs, Sky Does Minecraft, Badgin Canadian, Mindcrack. It's hard to believe that all of those people are all, like, some of them still exist on YouTube, and some of them have just vanished completely. It's so hard to believe that, like, that's a section of the world that some people won't ever get to know. You know? Really, really hard to, like, wrap my head around that. There is a level of YouTuber, or not YouTuber, but, like, there's a level of YouTubedom that's just gone and will never return. Like, damn. That's actually depressing. Because, like, you know, who remembers Sky Does Minecraft and all that other... yeah, like, it's just... gone are the days. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, I love that. Let's get that copied here. Wonderful. But yeah, you know, the part of the reason we went into computer science in university was understanding redstone. Really? Wow. That must be a trip for you to have so much of your life influenced by Minecraft. Yeah. I mean, part of the reason I even started making content at all was because I watched Mindcrack a lot. And I was like, damn, I want to do that. I love this. I love seeing these people fuck around in a child's... well, it wasn't really for children, but at least not initially. Minecraft was not initially intended for children. kind of became a kid's game after a while. But yeah, part of me was like, damn, I want to do this. I want to be, you know, in an SMP. Not really. But, you know, kind of. I won't lie, I had dreams of it when I was younger. Not too much younger, though. That shit would have been cool. But, I've kind of given up on doing that. It's not entirely my thing. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm digging that. Okay. Okay, and then we fill in air. Blocks. Redstone computer is exactly like a real one. You can create an environment that simulates a binary world. The computer, yeah, exactly. You were 10 when you first played Minecraft near the release. 1.0, and it was a different community, and it got you into learning a lot of things. Really? Wow. It's hard to believe you're an adult now. You're what, 22? Almost? Dude, I was your age when that happened. Not to like... not to make you feel old. Not to make myself feel old, but like... I was your age when 1.0 released. I was your age when I joined 2B2T. Like, you could go off on your own adventure or find, you know, something like that, like your own 2B2T, and not even know it. Because obviously I didn't know it when I first joined that place. It was just like it was another server. I didn't give a shit. None of that mattered. None of that was anything anyone cared about. 2B2T was just a place. So like, yeah, you could totally join or inadvertently stumble upon something in your life and it be your version of a 2B2T or an experience that starts out as just like another ordinary whatever that no one cares about, but that internet hype and drama, you know, the fame hogs come out and make it seem like it's so much more than it actually was. Stuff like that. You could be that way one day. What's your name? Ale Umer? I hope I said your name right. You people and your names, I tell you. But, yeah, like, that shit happens. That shit is real. I can't believe, you know, I was in my early 20s when all this Minecraft stuff really kicked off the way that it did. Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Do I like that? Happy little accidents, am I right? Smooth. Okay, let's go back to the regular stuff. There are mistakes and happy little accidents. And this was a mistake that became a happy little accident. Because I would have erased that otherwise. But I actually really like how that looks now. Okay. So if I go from here to here. Oh, damn it. Didn't do it in the right plane. So that's 2. Let's try stacking it more. Is that too busy? Is that too buzzy? Oh, 3. No. Fuck. Or wait, no, that is 3. Never mind. Yeah, it's 3 blocks in from this side. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Or no, that's 4. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Maybe I can just manually put it. So that's a gap of 3. Yeah, I was just getting into junior high at the peak of Minecraft, so it was everywhere. Oh yeah, man. Oh man, when I was in junior high, God, the world was such a different place back then. We barely knew what the internet was when I was in junior high. The internet was just like some far off thing that didn't equate to anything I knew or was involved in. Like, Still hate most of the time that you have on Xbox plays on Bedrock Edition. Oh yeah. Also, yeah, you got your name correct. Okay, good. Good, good. I'm glad. I'm happy when I can pronounce a person's name right. Because I know people's names are everything to them. Oh, fuck. There we go. Because, like, you know, you pick your name, and it's important to you. You picked it. Even if it's something as silly as Jack the Ripper. Like, I'll admit, my name wasn't exactly the most profound thing in the world, but, you know, it's my name. I chose it. I like it. At least, I like it enough to not want to change it. So yeah. Okay, so right here. Okay, so will this fit? 3, 3, 3. Ooh. 3 block indent there, and there. Yes, perfect. The pattern is preserved. The world is in balance, as all things should be. So yeah, is there any Minecraft Online players? Oh god. I don't know. I was never involved with Minecraft Online. Today you learned Bedrock actually censors chat. Oh wow. That's pathetic. I feel bad for anybody who's still playing Bedrock. I imagine there will come a day where there are no Bedrock, or worse, where there is nothing but Bedrock players. That would not shock me. Just because Mojang is very anti-fun sometimes. Ooh, I love that. I love that look. But oh well, what can you do? I sincerely hope they don't, this push for parity and all that, I sincerely hope that doesn't, like, make the game into a Microsoft gulag. I bet you they'll push for something like that one day. I hope not. Speaking of Renee, how did I come up with the name Jack the Ripper? I was an edgy 15-year-old who decided that, oh wow, a famous serial killer like Jack the Ripper, that's so fucking cool. I'm gonna use that online and it'll be intimidating and people will respect me. Yeah, needless to say, none of that happened. I was, you know, I was enamored with a name that used to strike terror into the hearts of people ages ago. And then it became something mysterious because nobody ever solved the Jack the Ripper murders, at least not at that time. I think there are people now who are like, yeah, we kind of have it figured out, but regardless, you know, at the time, people just was like, oh, okay, well, we'll shorten your name down to Jack. And so people started calling me Jack. And I really, really liked the name Jack. I didn't realize I liked it until I started getting called Jack left and right. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to just start using this. I'm just going to keep using it in hopes that people will just call me Jack, because just the name Jack by itself, that would always be taken, no matter where I went. To be fair, of course, like, duh. The name Jack is just too generic. Too generic for its own good. But Jack the Ripper, that was something people were a little less inclined to take. At least, at the time. I've noticed lately that it is more likely to be taken now. I don't know if I had anything to do with that or not, but... I don't know. But anyway. So yeah, it was unique enough at the time that people didn't care, but I could be identified. I used it everywhere I went, just about. And so people knew who I was, pretty much. And so when Minecraft rolled around, I just kept using it. I didn't see a reason not to. I didn't ever expect it. Like, I didn't think people would ever know who I was or want to know who I was because of Minecraft or through building. That was not something I ever saw coming. Like, there are so many people who were like, oh my god, what were you thinking when you built Space Valkyria? And the answer is I wasn't thinking much of anything. I was just doing something cool. I was just doing what I thought I would enjoy doing at the time, which was building cool shit. And that was it. And if you told me back then that would get me famous, or that people would know anything about it or care, I would have laughed at you. I would have been like, no, nobody cares about the shitty block game or the events on this server. Like, no, it's not that important. It's interesting, sure, but it's not that important. Apparently I was wrong. So I don't know. Bar tech. Oh, not another one. Fucking bots, I tell you. If you see these bots, report these people, please. Vior.ngo. Yeah, please, goodbye. Report bot. There we go. These accounts putting the NGO... Yeah, I don't know what they are. I don't know what their deal is. But they need to fucking quit. Because there have been 100 of them on my channel in just the last day or two alone. It's really, really kind of concerning. But anyway. So yeah. Microsoft has a large impact. Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate. Have I watched Supernatural? Yeah, I used to watch it a few years ago. Or, well, over 10 years ago. I used to watch it as it aired. Funny enough, I would watch it around the time Minecraft started. Yeah, around the time Minecraft started in early 2010. That was when I'd still watch Supernatural. I haven't watched it since 2012, I want to say. I stopped fucking caring about it. Like, Supernatural never felt like it had an end goal. I didn't know where the show was going, and it didn't seem to really want to get there. And I didn't really care. So yeah. Used to the fake company ran a copyright strike on it. YouTube has serious botting issues and they don't care. Nope. I don't think they know how to fix stuff like that. That's the thing. YouTube has always kind of had issues with, like, actual real problems. And they've just never been capable of solving any of them. Real shame, too, because they have such a big platform. You would think someone would be able to, you know, do something, but it doesn't. That shit doesn't matter to them. Bots are irrelevant. Like, swatting bots are like swatting flies. Like, nobody's going to waste, at least not a big important company, is going to waste, you know, valuable hours and resources trying to get rid of all the flies in the world. Like, that would be a waste of time. That would be almost impossible to achieve. So to a degree, they let bots, you know, hang around and exist simply because they can't do anything otherwise. Does YouTube ever care? Nope. Hit that nail on the head. They don't ever have to care because it's never their problem at the end of the day. Unless it's an embarrassment. Whoops. If it embarrasses them, yeah, then it's their problem. So that's really how you get them to fix this shit. You embarrass the hell out of them. You get them to go, "Ah, fuck. That's bad PR. We better do something." And then they do. Hopefully. Not always, but hopefully. They waste hours on removing the dislike button. Yeah, but again, that's because that was embarrassing to them. The dislike thing, I don't know why that got under their skin. I think it's the fact that people are allowed to dislike YouTube content. And by that, I mean official YouTube content. You are allowed to have an opinion, and the people who run YouTube don't like that. They don't want anyone to have an opinion that runs counter to their own. YouTube is run by tyrants. And that's how tyrants are. They don't want people having an idea or an opinion counter to theirs. They don't want you to be able to disagree with them. Their ideas are immaculate. How fucking dare you? Etc., etc. You get the idea. And it's just, it's laughable at the end of the day. It really is. But, I mean, they have the money and they have the manpower right now. So until that is contested. But of course, they'll have a stranglehold on the market so that there's no chance for a competitor to emerge. Because they know precisely what that will do. If a competitor ever emerged to YouTube, you would see either an unprecedented boon on YouTube, and by that I mean like a an actual proper renaissance, or it would be all hell on earth. There's really no in between. If there were any decent competitor to YouTube that had a chance to actually make YouTube sweat, yeah, no, like, I wouldn't be shocked if that happened if the FCC stepped in and was like, I'm sorry, you can't compete with YouTube because this, and this. That wouldn't surprise me. So I don't know. I'm beginning to wonder if we all shouldn't just band together and make our own fucking internet. Completely separate from any other internet. And we just go from there, I guess. I don't know. It would certainly be interesting. But again, I'm fairly certain if you had the money and the means to try to make your own internet, you'd have to fight through hell to get that to work, because the powers that be that would definitely stand in your way. That would never work. Whoa. They would never let you attempt to start any such thing. Which is funny, because they would very quickly say, oh, well, if you don't like YouTube, make your own. Go somewhere else. Meanwhile, they've stamped out anywhere else that could be different. Right? Mr. Zuckerberg and his metaverse will ensure of that. So I don't know. It's fucked. But I'm also fairly certain we can fuck with them. Like, honestly, I'm kind of enjoying the idea of a thing like metaverse, because I can tell already that the likes of the Zuckerbergs and whoever of the world, I can tell already They don't know and they don't understand the lessons of Second Life. And for those of you who remember or have heard of Second Life, oh my god, the amount of trolling one can achieve on Second Life is unparalleled. And yeah, like, I could see Metaverse falling to similar patterns, like the rampant trolling that one could do. It wouldn't shock me at all if they were like, no, you must give every bit of information, no anonymity. They would very likely stamp that. Of course, that's not going to stop people from, you know, falsifying and not giving them their real names and shit. Like, you think I've ever given a website my real name that isn't my bank or some super important something or another? Like, yeah. You would think people would, especially in this day and age, you would think people would learn to not give out personal information just because a shithead website asked. There we go. You would think that would be something people would prioritize not doing. But you'd be very wrong. Don't give out your personal information, kids. It's not worth it. Like, the sheer number of idiots who forked over their privacy willingly back when MySpace began. Like, I was a sophomore slash... No, yeah, I was a sophomore in high school when that started. And, like, every bit of that was just stupid as hell. Like, my parents were so adamantly against me giving out personal info online. And, like, they gave some really good reasons. Like, it just boggles my mind that anyone would willingly tell anyone else who they are online. Like, don't do that. Don't let anyone know who you are. That's such a bad idea. Had to leave for a bit. What did you miss? Oh, you missed a lot, Universe. Sorry. My god, people on the internet are dangerous comments back then. Yes, but, like, those comments are spot on correct. And it's not for the reason you might think. The reason the boomers gave for people on the internet are dangerous, that was patently false. That's not the reason you shouldn't give out your data. You shouldn't tell anyone about who you are and things of that nature. The reason you don't do that is so that it can't be wielded as a weapon against you because you genuinely don't know who's on the other end. So yes, people online have the ability to be dangerous. It doesn't mean they're automatically dangerous. It just means they can be dangerous. So then why would you give them ammunition? Because if you think about it, giving people your personal data is, it like Mark Zuckerberg and the like, that's giving them ammunition. Why would you do that? But people willingly did it. The sheer number of idiotic high schoolers who were just slaves to Facebook and MySpace back when those things started, it just made my jaw drop. And like, yeah, you can't... You have to have more sense than that, you know? Don't give out your personal data. People will wield it against you. Your friends won't, but they're the exception, not the rule. Jack's giving fact moment, yeah. Pretty much. I guess, I don't know. Oh well. Hate Facebook with a burning passion. Yeah, I don't blame you. I do too. I hate what it has done to people. How it has trained people to think of the internet. And like, it's so disingenuous. Facebook is just nothing but your standard, how do I put this? It's like a department store display window. The things you see behind that display window, they're not real. It's a made-up, make-believe version of reality. And naturally, the people successful through it, the people who understand this, they know how to manipulate reality to make it look as though, to present it in a palatable way. That's part and reason why Facebook even got popular at all. Is because they could present reality in a more palatable way. But that's so sheltered. That's so stupid. You can't ever hope to present reality in a palatable way. That's not how reality works. I don't know if I like this. Love how people in the USA are so worried about getting doxxed, while here in Mexico, kids just take it as a joke because nobody cares. People don't care in Mexico, Poncho Hamster, because they don't have any skin in the game. What that means is they don't have a dog in the fight. They don't have a reason to care. Yet. Mexico is a third world country. People are more worried about survival and, family integrity and getting money to not, to have food on the table. People are more worried about the basic necessities of life in a place like Mexico. And as a result, they haven't lost sight of the important things in life because they live in a dangerous country. But people in the USA are insulated. We have lived in peaceful times for so long, for so many generations. People in this country don't know what real strife, what real problems are. I can't even begin to describe the horrors of war. Because most people don't fucking know what that is. People who've genuinely been in harsh times, they get it. They don't need to have that explained to them. But your average person in the US, they've barely had to struggle for anything. And that even goes for people who are lower middle class. They've had to struggle a little bit. But compare that to people who live in Mexico trying to not die because they can barely make ends meet. It's on a whole other level. And I've said this before on stream, strong people create good times. Good times create weak people. Weak people create bad times. Bad times create strong people. And we're just seeing that cycle perpetuate. And it will perpetuate probably forever, in all honesty. Who knows? And so, I salute people like you, Poncho Hamster. You guys, you get it. You get how bad life can be. But you struggle on and you press on and you succeed in spite of it. And, to a degree, you live life far to the fuller than your average idiot in America does. Because some of these people, I swear to God, they preach this idea of love and whatever. But they're so quick to retract. They don't want to show who they truly are. They can't. Fuck, I was trying to not make this political, but I'm making it more political as time goes on. Oh well. Point being, yeah. Very small number of people starve in America. You're exactly right, yes. That's why there are things like the TJE Uncensored Library, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or not TJE, but yeah, the Uncensored Library exists for a reason, right. You're completely right, Mr. Tree. My apolitical Minecraft stream, yeah, I try to keep it apolitical as best as possible, but I don't always succeed. So yeah, it's just like, it's really quite sad how silly some people can be simply because they don't have the context of true suffering in their lives. I don't know. I get the feeling that a lot of people, if they encountered true suffering, it would destroy them. And there'd be nothing left of them. They would have no heart, no soul, nothing. They'd just be an empty shell. And admittedly, you know, real harshness, that does that to people. Some people go insane in the face of true suffering. And I wouldn't want that to happen to anyone. But at the same time, like, strife and harshness builds character. It makes you a better person. Overall. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. I can only hope that, you know, some people can learn and grow. I'm beginning to wonder if social media itself will ever just, like, if everybody will just one day go, oh, fuck this, I'm out. And if the whole bloody system just doesn't just collapse under its own weight. Hey, YDK, hey. What you saying my name for, huh? Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. Venezuela's a really bad situation. Oh, Venezuela's awful. Oh my god. I don't even want to talk about how bad Venezuela is. Ugh. Person in Venezuela said the country is North Korea, but they allow the internet. Yeah, kinda. Average salary is $2. Public transport is $40. Yeah, I know. Ooh. I feel so bad for the people in Venezuela. If they can ever get their act together in Venezuela, they will have a booming, thriving country. If. So that's a very big if. Oh, Damn it, that doesn't go uniformly. Or, But yeah. Oh boy. What a world, huh? That does need some lighting of some kind. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Well, actually, that does give me some options. Ah, yes, that looks centered. I love that. And then that is a gap of 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Wonderful. Subarashi. Anyway, do I ski or have I ever skied? No, I've never gone skiing. I've never lived or gone to a cold enough environment that has lots of snow, and I've never really desired to learn. So, nope, sorry. Skiing doesn't interest me. Same for snowboarding, just doesn't interest me. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay, Jack building power moment. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, what is the next thing I can talk about? If Cinderella's shoe fits her perfectly, then why did it fall off? Ooh, that's a really good question. So Cinderella's slipper was made of glass, first of all. Now, I don't know if you've ever touched glass, but glass is very dense and very heavy. No matter how well-fitting I mean, I don't know why you would want it made of glass, but whatever. A glass article of any kind has a weight to it. Now, imagine you're Cinderella, and you've worn these slippers for most of the night. Let's see now, she had until midnight that she had to leave, so she was probably there a good 4 hours, okay? Now, even with a regular shoe, not a slipper, not anything specially designed or magically enchanted, with just a regular old shoe, even cursory use will make your foot sweat. Now imagine you have been wearing a glass piece on your foot. It has weight, it has heft to it, and worst of all, because it's glass, it doesn't breathe. Now imagine how sweaty your foot's going to be after 3 or so hours wearing this shoe. You've been moving around. She danced with Prince, what was his name? Philip? No, Philip was the prince from Sleeping Beauty. What was the name of the prince in Cinderella? Prince... It wasn't Prince Charming, that was Snow White. Well, that's going to bother me. I've got to look that up. Prince from Cinderella. Oh, what? Is it really Prince Charming? What the fuck? Huh. I thought he had a legitimate name. Really? Well, then who the hell is the prince in Snow White? Is that also Prince Charming? Surely they didn't use the same name twice. Just lovely, charming prince. They don't actually name him. Huh. That's a bit of a cop-out, but whatever. Okay, so Prince Charming. Fine. Whatever. She danced with Prince Charming a few times. That took time. And now the end of the night has approached. It's time for Cinderella to skedaddle. She's in a hurry. Again, you wear anything with heft, it takes more effort to move it. You're gonna sweat, especially since the material like glass does not breathe. That will encourage sweating. So no matter how well perfect fitting a slipper of glass is, it's going to fall off. There's just no two ways about it. That is an inevitability. Her slipper came off, not just because the plot demanded it, but because, yeah, of course it would come off. Like, any object that heavy that encases a body part, because, you know, skin tries its best to keep itself cool. That's a part of homeostasis. Keep your body temperature regulated. That's perfectly normal. It's going to sweat to try to maintain that. Sweat is lubricating, therefore, shoe comes off. In her haste, off it popped. That was the end of it. Now, the real question isn't how did the slipper come off? The real question is, how badly fucked up were all the women's feet who attempted to put that on to try to claim to be Cinderella? Because don't you know, squeezing your foot into a solid piece of fucking glass that is tailored specifically to a foot that's not yours. Yeah, no, that's not gonna feel good. You're not gonna have much of a foot after the end, after that's over. So, needless to say, yowza. And I'll admit, that's probably reading a bit too deep into a fucking, 100-plus-year-old fairy tale, but, like, when you think about it logically, makes sense. I mean, you're not gonna have, a perfect world where things don't just go awry. It's only natural that there would be, some kind of issue like that. Also, I'm thinking of making this pocket back here a little bit larger so that I can fit something in this window area. Because, like, you can see up in there, that's a window. Like, what if I put a little scene or a little diorama? Like, 1 block thick is, or 1 block shallow is not enough to really give it a good something or another. But that takes up so much room internally inside the building itself, so I don't know. Isn't there like a creepy version of the tale where the other girls who tried on the slipper cut their own foot? Yeah, just to make it fit. Yes, that was in, pretty sure that was the Brothers Grimm. That sounds quite a lot like how the original tale would go, just because it was inherently very grim. I mean, that's why they call them the Brothers Grimm, I guess. I don't know. That doesn't sound too far off the truth. I would feel sad for anyone foolish enough to go, oh, I must be this person even though I know I'm not. Therefore, I'm gonna cut my foot to fit this, like... I mean, think about that. You're cutting your foot to fit a slipper? When are you doing this? When are you going to get the time to go, okay, now let me measure out exactly how big this slipper is so that I can cut my foot necessary to make it fit? Like, Jesus. I don't know. I'm too much of a scaredy cat when it comes to self-harm. Like, I wouldn't be able to hurt myself like that. That shit would hurt. And I'd go, nope. That is no bueno. I'm out. I barely like when I'd get a splinter as a kid. But like I was old enough to take care of the splinter myself. I so regretted if I ever got a splinter, because for years when I was a little kid, my mother would have to get a needle out to help dig out the splinter to, because that shit'll get infected if you don't deal with it. Fair enough. But as I got older and got capable of dealing with it myself, even then it was more like, oh God, I don't want to, like, this hurts. I know how bad this hurts. I don't want to do it. So, like, yeah, if it came to self-harm, like, holy shit. Really don't think I'd be able to do it. I'm not one for self-harm, if you haven't noticed. I can't understand people who self-harm. Like, they're weirdos that need a lot of help. There we go. Don't self-harm, kids. It's not cool. Ah, now that's much better. I can put something back there. Think about the riches and fame that people get if they married Prince Charming. That's the thing, though. People like that are thinking only of the riches and fame, the temporary, momentary, accomplishment. But they're not thinking of, oh, if he did, for whatever reason, think I'm Cinderella. Eventually, Prince Charming would go, wait a sec. You're not the person. Wait, you're not who I thought you were. No, you're a liar. You're a charlatan. You just tried to take advantage of me. That's the problem. Like, yeah, you can try to imitate Cinderella for a bit, but inevitably it would come out that they're not the person in question. And see, won't that look bad on them? Won't that end up destroying you? That's the problem with smooth brains who think they can lie and deceive their way into fame and fortune. Like, I got news for you. If you don't have what it takes and you're not actually what you're passing yourself off to be, you as a fake will be found out eventually. It's one thing if you actually have talent or ability and can attain that fame and fortune, and like you just didn't notice or you didn't realize, and like someone had to bring it out in you. But realistically, if you're faking it, you're faking it. Like it's gonna be, it is a matter of time. You can't fake it forever. If you really have what it takes, you'll make it. But if not, fakery doesn't get you anywhere. Thought referring to a rat as a splinter. No, a splinter as in a piece of wood embedded in my finger or in my hand or whatever. Like a genuinely painful little annoyance. Something that if you rub your hand up against a sufficiently old, unpolished or unsanded piece of wood, you will find out very quickly what a splinter is. They're also called slivers sometimes. A sliver of wood. That's not unheard of. But yeah. Mother wants you to wear these shoes because they're beautiful, but every time you wear them, your feet turn red and white spots. Jeez. It sounds like you're allergic to one of the materials in the shoe. Had to Google it. There's a rat called Splinter, and yeah, that's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing. That's not really relevant, but yeah. But yeah, like, you might be allergic to something, Mr. Tree. You might want to get that looked at. Okay, we got nice little compartments here. Ooh, I like that. We can put a door. There we go. Yeah, nice door. Well, actually, let's go over to this room instead. Put the door here. And then maybe a little doorway. Ooh, yeah, I like that. You can walk through that. A little plus sign. That's a really cool feature. I ought to use this plus sign thing more often. Mobs, by the way, even though they're tall enough to walk through this, mobs cannot pathfind through that. That used to be a special type of door that zombies and creepers and skeletons couldn't follow you through. It was very useful for like a mob grinder way back in the day. Cool. Okay. You're going to bed. Okay. Take care, Exotic Bunny. Thanks for showing up, man. Remember when you slid your hand on some wood? That was painful. Yep. Yep. That's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. Really easy to inadvertently do that. To just touch something that's, you know, sharp. And you don't realize it is until it's too late. Huh. Yes. This shall serve a good backlight. Wonderful. Love it. Minecraft mod, but crafting anything with wood has a chance for you to take damage. I don't know. Maybe. I don't really know what situation you would have that mod installed for. Like, after a time, you would just get so advanced you wouldn't even notice. Like, yeah, you might notice, oh, I took a half-heart of damage from wood, but, like, so what? After a while, you wouldn't care. I don't think. I don't know. Depends. Now then. What's a good something I could add to this? Should I just make it mirror the other side? Let's see how that looks. If I don't like it, I don't like it. It's fine. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay, I got it now. Copy. Rotate it 180. And then flip it. That way. Fuck. Paste without error. Phew. And there we go. Just like that. Perfect. Wow. That looks so much better than I thought. Cool. I'm not sure what I want to make this building into, but I'll think of something. It's fine. Hell, I don't even know where the entrance is going to be. Never seen any Splinter mods in realistic... Yeah, I know, right? I once thought a knife was a prop and ended up getting a nasty cut because... Oh, man. Dude. Careful now. Like... Damn. Don't play with knives. As though that's something that you needed to be warned about, I guess. All right, cool. Yeah, I like that. The door being inset makes it way more interesting. Okay. Cool. And then I'll do the same on the other side. Perfecto. Anyway, maybe imitate the inner part of the cruise ship. We'll see. I'm still not certain what I want to make this thing. Okay. This next question is really... The person who asked this was on their pun game. Why do noses run, but feet smell? And the answer is because your nose knows. and that your feet can't know. Yeah, I got nothing. That's a very unique question that I'm not entirely certain I could come up with a reasonable explanation to. Fuck if I know, man. Feet smell because your mother. And noses run because they don't want to be on your ugly face. Yeah, that's a good explanation. Yeah, they can't use command block, but if they use it for creative, you could use it. Oh. Oh, you guys are still talking about that command block thing. That was ages ago. Yeah, the command block was a bit of a letdown because it couldn't be used. But oh well. What was it, 45? There we go. Okay. If nothing is impossible, then would it be possible for something to be impossible? I mean, clearly. Yes, there are some things that are impossible to achieve. I will use a really, really, really good example from a really old video game that none of you are probably familiar with. I would be very surprised if any of you were. It was a video game called Penn and Teller Smoke and Mirrors. Okay, it was the only video game Penn and Teller, yes, the famous comedy duo, Penn and Teller, only video game they ever made. And there's one section in this game that, quite honestly, is just brilliant. But, I don't know, the whole game is very pretentious. So you can kind of, you know, inadvertently miss the message. The Penn and Teller Smoke and Mirror was a compilation game. In other words, it wasn't just a singular game. It was like 4 or 5 mini games rolled into one large, you know, compilation. And so, there were various, they were all bits, basically. Not comedy bits. None of the games, none of these things were serious. You could not play any of these games and derive enjoyment from them. Because the whole point is that Penn and Teller set out to make a game that is not fun. And yeah, they succeeded. Definitely. There is a rather famous charity that spun off from this game called Desert Bus. Some of you may have heard of Desert Bus. Well, Desert Bus was a game that came out of Penn and Teller Smoke and Mirrors. Smoke and Mirrors was released on the Sega Genesis Master Drive, I want to say. So it was an old CD game back when every game, you know, everybody was making CD games because it was popular. And that's all it was. Yeah, it was an anti-joke. Exactly. Exactly, Mr. Muffins. You got that correct. The whole point was for it to not be funny. But it was a gag. It was funny that it was not funny. Okay? One of these games had you shopping, if I recall. Another game had you drive a literal bus from Tucson, Arizona to somewhere else. I forget where. through the literal Nevada desert with fuck all to do except sit there and keep the bus on the road. And that was it. But the lesson to learn, the one that really kind of got me, was a game aptly named The Impossible Game. All the other shit in Smoke and Mirrors is forgettable, except for The Impossible Game. Because The Impossible Game literally was impossible. And by that I mean the win condition that Penn and Teller set out. They tell you what the win condition is from the outset. You get Penn and Teller across the street, and that's it. And any time in any way that you attempt to cross the street, you are destroyed by some famous celebrity who is basically portrayed as a god. And you're just annihilated. And the message blew my fucking mind because we use the word impossible so much to mean so much. Nothing is impossible. Wrong. There are a lot of things that are impossible. Breaking the light barrier. But the simile, no, that wasn't a simile. It was a, the analogy. Sorry. The analogy that is given. Like, I've never forgotten it. It's been decades since I saw this, and it has stuck with me ever since. The message was simply this. Difficult, very difficult, very hard, okay? Difficulty is like winning a gold medal at the Olympics or climbing Mount Everest. Those things are difficult. That's hard, okay? Impossible is eating the sun. How would you? Where would you even begin? What method could you use to devour, literally eat the sun? How would you do that? How could you do that? Is that even possible? Well, of course not. You can't eat a star. That's absurd. And yeah, it is. That is the nature of impossibility. Impossibility are the absurd things that can never in a billion, trillion, quadrillion years come true. So how is it that there are... would it be possible for something to be impossible? Yes. Eating the sun. Breaking the light barrier. Literally altering the laws of physics. These are things that are not possible. Because they literally defy the way the world works in and of itself. I had a college friend who put it remarkably well. We were like just in college, and he came up with a really like ingenious trick to explain it. And that he used an old adage, and he used it really well, and that's what stuck with me. And he basically said that rules, every rule has an exception, okay? Including this one. And thus, there are rules with no exceptions. Therefore, some rules can be bent, some rules can be broken. Every rule has an exception, including this one. And thus, there are rules with no exceptions. A little bit, little unintuitive, but yeah, I can understand that. I can get behind that. Definitely. So, it's entirely plausible for something to be impossible. Like, don't trick yourself into thinking that there's nothing is impossible. Like, yeah, there are very, very, very clear impossibilities. Like, of course, the universe operates on a rule set. It behaves a certain way. It does things because it is inherently it has this symmetry to it, this beauty to it. And to a degree, like I said, you can bend some rules, but that inherent beauty of the world, the laws of physics, cannot be broken. At least not from within the system. If you break the laws of physics, you're doing it from outside the universe. You're not doing it from within. So I guess in a way, if you could step outside the universe and redefine it, yeah, maybe in that sense, nothing is impossible. But I don't know. I don't think that'll ever happen. Not for us puny humans. So yeah, just remember, you know, nothing is impossible until it is. Like, there are just some things that are impossible. You're just gonna have to accept that. It's a very unfortunate concept, but hey. Jack Sprance with music in the background makes him sound like a villain from an anime. Thank you. I like that, yeah. Black holes can eat suns. Yeah, but you can't. You're not a black hole. So, point still stands. You, a being with a mouth that must derive nutrition and sustenance from other foods and other substances, you cannot eat the sun. Not as a human. You cannot fly. You don't have wings. No, flying through mechanical assistance does not count. That defeats the point. Oh shit. I done goofed. Flying through mechanical assistance is cheating in the sense that when I say you can't fly, I mean you don't have the physical ability to do it. Just like you don't have the physical ability to eat the sun. Some of you don't even have the physical ability to climb Mount Everest. And I'm sure I'm one of them. So, you know, like, impossible is also different for different people. So, you know, define yourself more objectively is basically all I'm saying. It's very difficult to do that because a lot of people don't want to take a hard objective look at themselves. Wait a minute, that's one block clearance. Okay, yeah, that's one block. Okay, cool. His voice over the music just fits so perfectly. It's like Cosmos series, but with Minecraft boring audio-visual content. Or building, sorry, not boring. Building audio-visual, yeah. Well, I'm happy you've compared me to the Cosmos. Do you mean Carl Sagan's Cosmos, or Neil deGrasse Tyson, or Morgan Freeman's take on the Cosmos series? The Cosmos series. 2, 3, so that's 4, and that's 4. Cool. Which Cosmos are we talking about here? We are stars dust. Ah, you mean Carl Sagan's. Stars dust, black holes are created at the final phase of the death of stars, and when it implodes. So technically you are a black hole. No. That is not at all what you are. Even if the matter in your body is destined to one day end up in a black hole, you are not yet currently a black hole. We do not define things as they one day may be. We define things as they currently are. It doesn't make sense to define things in the future sense. That's 3. Okay, so that's a good middle. Why not? We don't define the food you ate as poop until it is coming out your backside. You know what I mean? We define it as food you ate until it is not, that any longer. Okay. So what do I do with this upper area? Now then, if revenge is a dish best served cold, and revenge is sweet, then is revenge ice cream? Maybe. I don't know. Revenge is different for everybody. Actually, funny enough, revenge is a cup that holds no water. I'll leave you to figure out what that means. Alright, what am I doing? Just break that normally. Revenge is like a cup with holes in it. It's never going to be able to do what you want it to do. It will never be satisfying to drink from. You will never get what you really truly want out of it. But people indulge in revenge anyway. So hey, can't do anything about it. Let's get some black stained glass. Kind of want to put this on some of the corners too, just to help flesh out, give some lighting to some of this. Yeah, that'll work. Anyway, warm revenge is better. Well, you may think that, but I guarantee you, if you try to get revenge on someone for something they did wrong to you, you will not enjoy the result. Revenge is like trying to use a wrecking ball to build a house. Like, it can't build, it can only destroy. Where am I getting these questions? People on Discord have asked me these questions, and I've compiled them into a text document. And I'm reading off them every so often when I run out of shit to say. It works, you know. There's a board full of them, yep. I've got so many more questions to go through, it's not even funny. Now then, is my answer to this question no? Yes. And there you go. Revenge poisons the soul and kills it. Yes, exactly. Revenge is a dish best not served. Because you will just make your life that much worse. I'm glad you know that quote, Poncho Hamster. It is true. Isn't the word Q just the letter Q with a few silent letters following it? I mean, yeah, but so what? I'm pretty sure that was a French word. Ow. French words are notorious for having multiple silent letters in a row. Like, just look at the word beau or beaucoup. Or, s'il vous plaît. Like, so many words in French have just unnecessary amounts of silent letters. There was a French song that I fell in love with a few years ago. Well, not a few, many years ago. Called All Champs-Élysées, which is a song about a boulevard in Paris. And basically, you know, it's just a bunch of silent letters and then the Champs-Élysées. You get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, silent letters are very annoying, but they exist. What can you do? A unique difficulty of French, yes, exactly. Exactly. can I put a few windows in this? Oh, wait. This back area is dark. Me no likey. I'm gonna spruce it up with a little bit of light. That's not bad. French is already hard enough, I know, right? It's all the fault of Super Jean-Not. Hey now, it may be Super Jean-Not's fault, but he's not here to defend himself, so let's not accuse him too much. Let's only accuse him a little bit. Maybe someday he'll try to defend his Frenchness. He keeps trying to get me to go to Paris, funny enough. He's like, Jack, visit me in Paris, and I'm like, no. I don't want to go to Paris. I'm not in love with or smitten by the idea of Paris. Unlike so many other people, apparently. The French use silent letters, but can't be quiet. Yeah, I know, right? Say Thai is a pretty hard language coming from a Thai person. Oh, really? I've never tried Thai. I don't know anything about it. But, I'll take your word for it. I don't know. Maybe, actually, come to think of it, what is the hardest language? Oui, oui, baguette. Oh, hey, Mona. I just suddenly realized that was you. What's up? How you doing, boy? Boy? You have a friend in Paris who wants you to visit them. Yeah. Maybe wait till COVID is over. I don't trust any government restrictions that COVID has brought about. So, you go back to Rome before you ever go back to France. Yeah. Yeah. Rome is probably a much better condition than France. But I don't know. What about Tagalog, since most of my viewers are from the Philippines? Really? Most of my viewers are from the Philippines? I thought they were from Turkey. Because of that one Turkish moron who found my base and then couldn't ever stop talking about it. I don't know anything about Tagalog. But I know that Filipino people are very pride and, very vocal about being Filipino. Which is the English language. Ooh. Or, sorry, which is the easiest language, my bad. I couldn't tell you. I've never heard anything easy about any foreign language. I've always heard, oh, this is so hard, or that is so difficult, or this is so that. Oh my god, at least you don't have such and such like this language does. And, fair enough. I'm sure there are genuinely more difficult than other languages, but the easiest? Hell if I know. Keep on being myself. I will, Mona. You take care, man. Gotta be up at 5. Jesus, what you doing up at 12? You've got 5 hours to sleep. What is wrong with you? Oh well. Have a good night, Mona. As James once said, France is the country you drive through to get to Italy. Wow. Yeah, probably. I don't know anything about France, really. I also don't want to know. I don't really care. So if it's a drive-by country or a bad country to go to, for whatever reason, I don't know why. I am not privy to that info, but I'll take your word for it if it's not as good. Wasn't there an attempt to create a universal language at the end of the... Oh, yeah, Esperanto. Yeah, Esperanto was a very, very poor attempt at a universal language. It didn't take off because people are set in their ways. Nobody wants to learn a brand new language that nobody has any roots to. Like, with modern languages, people have roots to it. People understand it, or their, family speak it, or they're interested in that country's culture, or whatever. But, like, Esperanto is totally artificial. And I haven't heard anything about trying to learn it, because nobody fucking cares. Maybe, if, like, somebody made it a national language of somewhere, maybe you might hear more about it. But, like, Esperanto's a dead language. What am I talking about? Nobody fucking cares. The problem with things like that is that when you set out to make something like a universal language, I don't really think it has much of a chance of catching on if there's nothing that people can do to relate to it. With the metric system, because, like, that's a universal system. With something like the metric system, people can, like, use it in everyday life. They'll have a relation to it. It's good for collaboration. But Esperanto is superfluous. It serves no function because English has already filled that niche. And say what you will about English as a language, it's already taught around the world. It's already basically everywhere. So, like, dethroning English is just not going to happen. I could see maybe various local native languages becoming English hybrids. Sort of like what happened with Hawaiian and a few other languages like that. I could see that happening over a long period of time. But realistically, like, people take too much pride in their ethnicity, in their heritage, in their all this, that, and the other. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. So as a result, when you try to do something like instate a universal language, you also have to get past people's heritage and the pride they have in that heritage. Therefore, you're fighting an uphill battle. The metric system could inhabit a niche that really hadn't been filled, at least not adequately. And so, it worked out. It took off. But good luck. Good luck with, English has really always also, filled a niche. So good luck dethroning it. I just don't see that ever happening. I think I'm going to make this one larger. Something like that. So yeah. Yo soy de Arizona, pero soy un gringo. Wow. I know gringo's a bad word, apparently. Esperanto would have stood a chance if it was made 500 years ago. Yeah, but, like, learning and understanding was so stunted 500 years ago. People praise the Renaissance 500 years ago for being the beginnings of learning and understanding. But it was still highly stunted learning and understanding. Now, look at where we've come. How far we've made it in 500 years. I don't think Esperanto could have been made 500 years ago. Because the mindset just wasn't there. The metric system, the mindset for the metric system wasn't there 500 years ago. Maybe the beginnings of it were. People had ideas. But you got to understand, the Renaissance, the beginning of learning, people were so ass backwards it's not even funny. Most of the Renaissance thinkers were so ass backwards, it's not even funny. We didn't even really start making modern discoveries until 100 years ago. And all the roots and stuff laid down by the Renaissance and all the Enlightenment and things that came after it, yeah, that was important. But it's all about how people approach topics and ideas. That's how progress is made. That's how real solutions come about. People think up an idea, but only because they were in the right mindset, because of their environment most of the time, to have come up with that in the first place. You know? There wasn't going to be a can opener until there was a can to open. So naturally, yeah, same idea. There would never have been a niche to fill with something like the metric system or Esperanto until everyone needed to collaborate internationally for that to be a thing. But by that time, the British Empire had already pretty well conquered the world. And there you go. So, niche filled. Sorry. Get good, scrub. Likewise, I could see games and things following a similar suit or similar pattern one day. Well, actually, one day they already do. You have games that follow formulas. You know, we call games formulaic. Such and such was too tropey, too on the nose, too rote, too boring, too much like this. Yeah, similar thing. Just is what it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn it, that's an even number. Oh well. So yeah, don't be surprised if you never see something like Esperanto take off, and that English only becomes more and more ingrained in everything. That's on average, that's how things tend to go. But hey, who knows? That's just a theory. A gay theory. Oh yeah, I love that. I love how that looks. It's like a spire or an antenna. Spanish used to refer to the French before the Mexicans adopted to refer to us. Aha. Well, that's nice, I guess. I don't know what overall relevance that has, but okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. Gotta make it equal. Here we go. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Let's take a look at this bad boy from afar. Now, that's a sexy building. I would totally commit sexual assault on this building. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm happy how it turned out. It's not bad. It looks good. I'm happy with it. The what? I don't know. I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, TX Fire. Okay. Well, on that note, I will catch y'all some other day. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all to those who donated. Thank y'all for hearing me rant and having fun things to rant about. And on that note, I will catch y'all tomorrow for more Space Valk building. We will be on part 95. Can't believe that. 95. 5 more episodes to go. Get hype. Y'all take care. Have a great evening. I will see y'all next time. Bye.